So it's so cool. One of the students here asked me what to do about period pains, right? That's right?
Yes.
It's not a secret.
No, please tell
me. No, so I said to you, okay, wow, that's so amazing, because today we're going to learn about a plant that's good for that. We're going to drink the tea, but I am warning you that the tea is not going to be yummy. Okay, it's really strange, but I want you to feel it, I want you to, there's different ways to get in touch with that herb and connect with it. And one is by watching it. Here, this is it. Who knows what this is called? Yeah, you have to find it in your booklet, and I forgot what page it's on. Vitex, okay?
Page 36.
You found it, yeah.
Yeah.
How did you know? Vitex, or in Hebrew, it's called Sir Avram Avinu. And it's really a translation from like a slang name of this herb that's called the Avraham bush. And we're going to see why. Oh, wow. And we're going to see why in a minute. So, and some people even call it something like the marijuana bush. Guess why? Look at it.
It looks nice.
The leaves.
Oh, yeah.
But it's nothing, has nothing. Yeah, go in more so I can see your beautiful face. That's great. So it has nothing in its properties that's similar in any way, okay? So we're going to see what we know about it. So this plant is also planted on the after the caravan too, but it grew so tall that it's very, very hard to pick it. And it's because of shade, because it's looking for sun. It used to be down and now it grew very, very tall, and we really have to do something about it, but we need someone to prune it so it will be more bushy and brought down. But that's some more professional work with a ladder. So we'll see if we get somebody for that. So in this is from my house. I have a baby one. You have a huge one. Wow. Yours is much older. Mine is, and also the seeds are very small. Yours is bigger seeds. There's usually the size of peppercorn, and they look like peppercorn. And because of that, it's also called monk's pepper. Yes, Tatiana?
Do you happen to know the scientific name?
Yes, it says it on the page.
Yeah.
Vitex agnus testis.
Every herbal workshop, 36 in this case, they always have the scientific name on top, okay? Now, you see mine is young, and it's and the peppercorn are not really like peppercorn, they're really small, okay? And maybe it will get better next year and next year and next year. And so in the summer, whoa, it's so beautiful. It has, and we see it in Beirut, you see it from up high, and you see it when you walk when you walk up the hill, and on the right side, on the way to the Beit Knesset, there are several ones. This, before it becomes berries, is beautiful purple, and if you look at the booklet, and I'll take one to show, you will see there's many different herbs in it. And now you see on the back, the violets, you even see like the berries here. And this is how the flowers look.
Wow.
Not that one, these. Okay. Well, these ones up here, that's Vitex. The pictures that Baruch Hashem I took of the herbs, I took down here the hill. These pictures, because mine is not as glorious. And there's also another kind that looks the same, except it has more pink flowers that we also have on that street, but it's in the summer, it finished, and now it's the berries. And the berries is what you use, not so much the other parts. Yeah, this is so pretty, right? Because, so it's like this, but it's really, I put it like opposite because it more like falls down like that. But here, we just had to fit it in how we could fit in the different herbs. These are all herbs from here. These are real pictures, and even this butterfly is a real butterfly. It was there, okay? Wait, it's wet here. Okay, so I want to read you one day I'll make like a bigger herbal book. This is just the handouts. I'll make a bigger one, and I have like, and now this I would include. Vitex Agnus Castor stretches out her graceful feminine fingers and sends forth her upwardly pointing panicles. I think these are panicles. There's just one here, but like there's a lot of times more in a better one than mine. Could be my tree doesn't have super good conditions, in addition that it's young and I have to give it some compost. Okay, now I do it again. With the onset of summer, Vitex Agnus Castor stretches out her grateful feminine fingers and sends forth her upwardly pointing panicles covered with fragrant lavender-colored blooms that look like lilacs and are quite attractive to butterflies and bees. Then in the fall, with the sensitivity of a mother, she offers her healing fruit, bending down her subtle branches to eager berry pickers. The berries are made into a tincture that can be taken daily to help women treat most feminine hormonal disorders while balancing deep body rhythms and nourishing psychic streams of creativity. Okay, so this I really like how I wrote that poetically. I hope I'll be able to write that book, but I have another book project before that.
That is now on Amazon.
That is now on Amazon. Finally, after almost a year of trying, because I'm not good with that part.
Logistical.
They have some really crazy requirements, okay, which in many cases makes the book less nice, in my opinion. But if you want it on Amazon, you got to listen to the boss. You got to be obedient. Otherwise, it doesn't matter that I think it's nice or not what they require. I want them to, to sell it there. Okay, that's a book for Purim, Esther, Moon, and Me. The Hidden Feminine Path to Empowerment and Redemption. So now I'd like to invite, since we'll have a Kala here. Can I invite you?
Kala?
Emuna. Oh, it's a secret?
What am I being?
Reading from up here. Okay, just text number 1. You can look from the screen, because I update it. And now you have to come up. That's the thing. You have to come up. So, but you can look from the screen because I updated. I just have to see that we see you from that chat. Bring it as close as you can to mine. We don't have corona now. That's good. And not that much in any case. Okay, now where is it? Yeah, that's text number 1.
Okay, where flowers bloom, so does hope.
A little bit louder so that everyone can hear it.
Where flowers bloom, so does hope. That's it.
And the whole thing.
Oh, okay, attribute, balancing and nurturing. Character trait, feminine and modest. Meaning of Latin name, Agnes means lamb, a symbol of purity. Castus means chaste. Holiday, Rosh Chodesh Cheshvan, where the berries are at their peak. Numerical value is 712. V'tochal min ha'etz, and she ate from the tree. Mentioned in the Torah, Bereshit 22:13. The planet is Venus, from Anima Mundi. Energetics are acrid, spicy, and warm. Acrid, spicy.
Acrid. You're going to taste how it's a very strange taste.
Meridians and organs affected are liver and spleen. Organ systems are endocrine and reproductive for the female.
Endocrine. Who knows what's endocrine?
The glands.
See, you're 2 nurses here. Yeah, we have a lot of nurses that come to our program. You should know that. That's real. Over the years, I think I had maybe 50 nurses learning here.
Wow.
Like over that 30 years. Like 1.5 per year. Something like that. Yeah, like sometimes 1, sometimes 2, but always presented. So endocrine system, what is that? Endocrine. I don't know how to say
It's
it.
the communication system of the body sending out hormones and
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you are also a pharmacist. That's also similar. So it has to do with
messages.
with the messages of the hormones, of balancing the hormones as well and strengthening. Okay, very good.
Parts used: berries and leaves. Medicinal properties: antipyretic, diaphoretic, emmenog, regulatory, uterine tonic, vulnerary. I don't know what vulnerary
And
is.
vulnerary.
What is
Okay.
vulnerary?
Okay, vulnerary is good for wounds. Okay, so explain the other ones.
Blessing on fragrance.
Wait, so explain the other ones since you know the other ones, since you said you didn't know that. So that means you know the other ones.
I don't know all of them.
So explain, so antipyretic, it lowers fever. Right? Isn't that correct? You could double check in the back of the book. Keep going, what you know. Let's see, antipyretic,
Uterine tonic.
what? We should have added that. You're right. They should add another one, uterine tonic. I don't have that. Antipyretic relieves. Oh, wait a minute. Antipyretic. I don't have it in here. And yes, same as febrifuge and refrigerant, prevents and reduces fever. Okay, keep going.
I don't want to.
Oh, is that it? Okay, fine, thank you. Diaphoretic, who knows diaphoretic?
That's for it helps you go to the bathroom.
No, that's diuretic. Diaphoretic makes you sweat,
Sweet, yeah.
and that's very healthy to sweat.
This room is diaphoretic.
I am also young.
That's very
This room makes me sweat.
that's very healthy to sweat, because when you sweat, why is it healthy to sweat?
You're releasing toxins.
Exactly. It's the same as also diuretic that helps you urinate, and that also releases toxins. You know, everything that needs to leave the body, the better it works for leaving the body, the healthier. Okay? And then we have emmenagogue. Who knows that one? Emmenagogue means that it moves blood. So so this has to do with period pains.
Okay, I'm not leaving the classroom. I'm just gonna.
Okay. Yeah, it's not so hot anymore. It's because we don't need so much the AC. Okay, so what's emmenagogue? It moves the blood, which if someone has period pain, a lot of times because the blood is kind of like bloated and stuck, and it's not moving so fast out, and it's like just sitting there and in a pain, and the system isn't working smoothly. So, and you take an emmenagogue, it will actually help for PMS. It will help get the period going. It will also help with someone that doesn't have a period.
So you said you could drink it every day.
Well, I didn't give an hour dosage. I'm not doing that right now. Now I'm just teaching in general about the plant. I'm not giving an individual dosage. That I have to tune in. I don't have a training in that. But I can intuit sometimes, but I can't do that while I'm teaching. Okay, so, what? 10 minutes it was?
Yep.
Yes, so we have to, yeah, like half. I'm warning, it's good, it's really cute, small cups. Here, also do mine. So, regulatory means that it regulates and balances, which is also for the period. It's really good, women. This is such an amazing herb for women, all ages, okay? From puberty through menopause. It's such a good herb. It fixes everything with the period. You know, now, even though you're not engaged, only one is, but those who are not yet engaged, it is good to get your period to work in a regular way. And that's what this herb does, okay? It does it, thank you so much. Oh, that's a lot. For me, it's a lot, but it's okay. Maybe we could pour some to someone else, because I particularly drink very little, because I just drink my green smoothie and a bottle of water. Just give me like half of that. Anyway, thank you so much.
Let's see the list. I'll take more than that.
It doesn't taste so good, I'm warning you. That's why I wrote, you make it into tincture. Yeah, that's perfect. That you take it in drops. Okay, so, who listened? What is uterine tonic? It fixes the
Uterus.
uterus. It's good for getting ready to have children, okay? It's vulnerary, that's resets, that's good for the skin. It is, so, okay. And if you like the smell of it, I like that you can pass it around. I kind of like the smell. That's Borei Atsepesamin. Why is it Atsepesamin? It's a tree. Grows year after year, and it has a woody stem, as you can see. So I'll pass this around. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei atsepesamim. Here. I like this, but the taste is like the smell. But in smell, it's more palpable than in taste. You like it?
I like it.
Yeah, it's like really peculiar, right? It's strong.
Wow.
But you can taste that it's really healing. It's really strong. So, there's a word that's called hysteria. You know what that really means? Who can get hysteric? Anyone? My husband can get hysteric?
Yeah, it used to be categorized as a female mental disease, but that's not a real thing. Anyone can get hysterical.
Well, I didn't know that, but maybe it's just because they don't want to be sexist that they're saying that. But usually, always in herbology and ancient herbology, it's a female, like hysteric it comes from the word for the womb. How you say womb in Spanish, in Latin?
Útero?
Say it slowly.
Útero?
With an H, right? Hustero.
That's Latin. In Spanish, it has no H.
Ah.
I think.
Okay, right, but we say uterus, but how do we say if someone gets taken out the uterus?
You read my man hysterectomy.
What?
Hysterectomy.
Hysterectomy, that's the same word as hysteria. But, so literally hysteria means wild womb energy. This is from an herbalist.
I am a hysterical woman and I'm proud.
I'm
serious.
That's funny. Okay, so it comes from like history. Hysterectomy means that the H fell away when it's at uterus. If you add the H to it, it would be uterus. Okay, and the Y came into a U. Okay, so it's literally wild womb energy. So this herb, Vitex, is good for wild womb energy, to redirect that energy into productive creativity. But when it's wild womb energy, it's like all this feminine energy that's not accessed, that's not being able to be directed and used, and then it can accumulate and become like, that's not the way a man expresses his energy, like not like that. He could be angry, he can have an outburst, but not like it's hysteric. That's a feminine. I don't know how to describe it in words. I can.
Rebbetzin, you are married to a very calm man.
That's true. I need that.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Now, I know men who could get hysterical.
Yes, like this.
No, who are passionate, who could. I know men with real anger.
Anger.
Real
But
anger.
that's the male equivalent. But it's not hysteric.
Right, anger more.
It's a difference.
Is what
I am married to a calm husband, Baruch Hashem, because I have a hysteric tendency.
Yeah.
And I grew up in a hysteric home with a hysteric mom. So now she's no longer hysteric, Baruch Hashem. That's when she was working a full-time job, with a lot of responsibility as a doctor, and was coming home to being taking care of the home and 3 hysteric children, all girls. So that's when that can make any woman hysteric. Now she's calmed down also. Baruch Hashem, we can grow and age in grace. And halavai, I should age like my mom.
Amen.
She's 90. Anyway, so it can translate the wild womb energy into emotional, calm, usable energy. The entire plant, also the leaves. The reason I didn't put it is what I wanted you to see it and to smell it and everything. So, and I didn't have time. I came late because I was picking. Now let's see how it tastes. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'akol niyeh bidvaro.
Amen.
So what do you think?
It's
You like it? Who likes it?
I like it.
Yeah?
delicious.
Because we didn't make it too strong.
It's like a green tea. I feel like a green tea.
Yeah.
It's like a green tea.
Okay, well that's because we didn't make it so strong because mine were very little. So maybe that's how you... That's perfect then. I'm really happy.
Yeah, would you like some more?
No. Thanks so much to my herbal assistant. But we have to look for that tea strainer, and meanwhile remind me when. Oh, someone has to come and pick up the apple juice. For my house, it was on a shopping list.
I don't understand. We bought apple juice.
I brought apple juice concentrate for the etrog that we made last week.
Yes.
Yes, and Bina is a little sidetrack, but it has to do with what we're learning in this class. Bina has faithfully changed the water 7 days and finished. And now it's the time.
Wow.
Yeah. Thank you, Bina.
Thank you so much.
I like your hat.
Wow.
And then now it's time to follow the recipe for etrog, candied etrog. Basically, we put it, and Cecil did it last year, and she did it very, very carefully. And so we put it together with the amount of apple juice concentrate that it says. I don't remember this moment. We put it in a pot, and we let it simmer closed, and then but before it starts to burn, when it spins its thread, when you take a spoon and pour it down and it looks like a thread, it's ready. But the last 15 minutes, you have to stand by it and stir it and check it. That's what you did, right?
Did it last year. But I'm happy to have the honors.
To show me.
I'm not a natural cook. I just followed whatever goes.
Okay, so
I just followed instructions.
it came out really good. So if you want to do it again, you're welcome. If you want to do it together, or if you have any other volunteers. But it's good if Bina is a little bit involved also, just to make sure. We need you. Okay, so I have apple juice concentrate at home, hopefully, after my husband comes with his shopping. I should have told. Okay, but it's too late. It's too many things that I have to deal with. So, in any case, what else did I... Oh, and then I'll give you a strainer. Whoever comes and picks it up, maybe it'll be Rachel. Yeah, because that's also herbal assistance.
Yeah, also maybe I'll come.
Yeah, and you can come work. And there's going to be another girl working. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, you know,
Yeah, and then remind me, then I'll give you a strainer. Okay? Okay, so now...
She wants anything for work hours.
So...
like, slowly by slowly, where you at?
She's like, could I go to... Rachel, you would probably throw the files, like, go to Tel Aviv, pick up a piece of sand from the beach and come back. That's 3 work hours.
So...
She loves getting work hours.
Okay. Now... No, I don't, okay, anyway. She's very good, okay? Thank you. I love all of you. So, I used to have, like, all these tinctures, because you used to be able to buy 100% alcohol in Rami Levi, and I would dilute it, so it would be like 40-45%. I dilute it a little more than half water, because that's what it's supposed to be. You know, that's like a very strong alcohol, but you just take a few drops. That's a tincture, basically. But now you can't buy that anymore. And I don't like buying something else that's something else, like that has another taste that interferes. So I'm not making tinctures anymore, sadly. If you find a way where we could buy, you know, just pure alcohol, it doesn't have to be 100%. It can just dilute it less. It just has to be pure alcohol. I remember my father-in-law, Alav Shalom, he was like, when my husband came home from shopping when they were visiting, what, you can buy that in the supermarket in Israel, 100% alcohol? I guess Rami Levi heard what he said, and they changed it. And so I used to have a lot of tinctures of different herbs. I used to be not only teaching herbs, I used to be treating women with herbs, but mostly I didn't advertise it, and mostly it wasn't really so lucrative. It took me a lot of time to measure and put in a treatment bottle and all that, and talk to the people that came, and it wasn't suitable for me to do this. So, but what I do remember is the one herb everybody wanted was this one, or the symptoms that they had called for this one, because it's so good for everything, like the female friend, the true ally for women of all ages. Everybody came to, to fix to regulate their reproductive system. And
So for someone who's not like feeling pain from their period, what would I feel from this?
if you just take a tea,
Yeah.
so this tea was very mild. It doesn't have so much effect, but maybe someone who really, the thing about chasteberry is that it works long term. It's not, and that's very, very different. I mean, not all herbs are long term like this, but it's very different from regular orthodox medicine, because that is like you take a pill and immediately you feel the effect, like 20 minutes after maybe. But here, this takes 3 months to get the full effect. And you would have to take usually like 20 drops a day of a tincture of alcohol mixture with it, that the herb has steeped in it for 2 weeks and then strained. It's very simple to make a tincture. You just put it in the alcohol and then you leave it in a dark place, and then you strain it.
Is that why sometimes like those drops? I've got like natural remedies like that.
Yeah, they're
They
tinctures.
taste like vodka.
Yeah, but that's what it is, because it's an extract. Alcohol extracts the essence of the herb. Some herbs are better in tea, and some herbs are better in alcohol, and some herbs are good in both. All of them are good in both. So in the tea, I would say, like the strongest this one was, like at least double, twice a day for 3 months. It's a lot.
Yeah.
And there would be a change in your system. It could start happening before 3 months, but you could really feel it after 3 months. I'll tell you my own experience. So I'm not really embarrassed, because I'm a doctor's daughter and doctor's wife. So I'll just say my medical condition was, after I had my first son, they discovered I had dermoid cyst on my ovaries, and I had an operation. And so I had very, very little ovary left after they took away the cyst. And so it was like a question if I could have more children, and with Baruch Hashem, with fertility, I had my second son when I was 36. That was like almost a miracle. But it's not so good to not have so much ovary when you're so young. The operation was maybe when I was 30, I don't remember. Maybe before, maybe 28, I don't remember. And so that's not so good to have not so much estrogen, because the ovaries produce estrogen. So it's good to not have too much later. I mean, if you want to have babies, you need to have estrogen. That's what creates the follicles, the eggs, the ovums that create a baby, So in any case, so it was predicted that I would end my period really early menopause, like maybe by 40 or something like that, which is really early. So I took this. I took it in tincture, and I took it, I don't remember how long, it's really a long time ago. But when they do blood tests to see how much you have of these feminine hormones, and I don't remember it, but if you have low estrogen, something else is high. I think it was this FS, I don't remember what it was. But they took, anyway, I kept my period a lot longer than predicted. I don't remember until when. But not like so much different than regular, a little bit early, but not that much earlier. And I attributed, and also my blood tests were like more like closer to regular than what would have been expected. Because I attribute it to my friend, the Vitex. So it did really have an effect in my experience.
The drops and drinking it every day.
I don't remember exactly what I did, that's the truth, but I took it regularly. Okay, I don't remember how much I took and how long I did it, but I took it regularly. And I know that I kept, you think, oh, you don't like to have the period, but it's good to have the period. It's because you know, that's your youthfulness. And when there's, you know, when there's no estrogen, and it's not, it affects also the bones, and it can cause osteoporosis, and that's why they prescribe in Orthodox medicine artificial supplement of estrogen to avoid osteoporosis, right? You know this, the nurses? So, but that is not so good either. They discovered that can cause breast cancer. Too much estrogen is, you know, so I don't check my bone density because I'm just careful not to do things too fall, because I'm not going to take estrogen replacement, because I'm not going to take anything like artificial like that. So they don't have to go spend my time checking it and being worried about it, because that's all they have, you know. So exercise, very important, exercise, and especially jumping. What is it called? The weight-bearing exercise. Yeah. Like, you know, I learned all this from my mom. Like, my mom's also a doctor, but I want to tell you, you should start when you're young. All these things that are good, that's good for everything, not just for strong bones, but everybody. Like, that's a very big problem for women my age and up, is brittle bones, osteoporosis. So you start now, do exercise. I'm so proud of you. Everybody came to the yoga. She was fantastic. She was really great. So all that is good, but do more. Run a little bit when you go to my house to pick up something.
I walked the other day down towards the Mayan and back up.
Very good. Good job.
Yeah.
Do it. You know, do exercise. You don't have a car here. That's excellent.
It's so easy to get a tram. It's just like, okay, I'll take you exactly where you go.
Yeah, don't get a tram. I learned this, you know, my mom is 90 years old, as you know. My sister just told me, you know, she is getting older, you know, but I took a walk with her last week, and we walked about 7 kilometers, like no problem for her. Wow. Okay? I don't know what that is in miles, 3.5 miles, something like that.
I know kilometers.
No, you know kilometers, but the other girls, no, I don't know. Anyway, so we go on. Okay, so it's native to the Mediterranean, and it's also do you have it in India? It's found in Central Asia and the north and the southeastern part of North America. It is butterfly attracting, like I said. Well, this butterfly is on the lavender, whatever. But I have a lot of butterflies in my garden, which is so nice. And so there is about 250 species. And it's called, in Oriental medicine, which is mainly Chinese medicine, it's called manjizi. But I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly. Okay, so it tolerates partial shade with a well-drained soil, but it likes it warm. It dies back in the winter a bit. You know, it doesn't. Cold and wet weather results in dieback and losses. It's really a sun plant. And so it grows, though, a lot of places in Israel, from the Golan onto the northern Negev. It grows a lot of places. So historical traditions. Okay, this is a little bit of idol worship, but just like learn what other people do and what we don't do. Okay? So in ancient Greece and Rome, the monks during the Middle Ages, this is not idol worship. They used Vitex berry to suppress sexual desire. But now here comes the idol worship. In festivals honoring the Greek goddess Demeter, young maidens adorned themselves with chaste 3-berry flowers as a symbol of their restraint from sexual activity. Because it's supposed to be suppressing libido, meaning it's an anaphrodisiac. Anaphrodisiastic, not knowing I'm saying. An means it's like an anti-aphrodisiac. not saying it right. Pliny the Elder, which, you should just know, we have all the biography of all the people I quote. Pliny the Elder lived 79 CE. What is that, minus or plus? CE.
Currently focused.
What do you mean?
Plus.
It's after.
It's plus. Yeah. So he lived like almost 2,000 years ago. Okay? That's one of the ancient Roman herbologists. That's Pliny. There's a whole bio of all the different herbologists, the ancient ones, that all herbology is based on, or at least Western is. So what did he say? He noted that the Athenian matrons, the matrons from Athens, used to decorate their couches with vitex leaves during the festival of Thesmophoria. That was this is idol worship. Sacred rites of Ceres to preserve their chastity. So they decorated it. So it was used in history to suppress sexual desire. And then in this way they were attesting to their faithfulness during wartime when their husbands were not home. Okay, so in Homer's 6th century Iliad, we learn that in school. Homer, I think that's Greek mythology. I learned that in high school. The whole book we had to learn. Yeah, be happy that you didn't go to high school in Denmark. Nobody liked the class. Greek mythology. Okay, maybe some people liked it. But anyway, he wrote that chasteberry, I don't remember that part, was supposed to affect on sexual desire, made it become a fruit spice at monasteries, and that's why it's called or monk's pepper or cloister's pepper. That's the place they lived. Pliny, that's the one we talked about before. He also says the tree furnishes medicines that promote urine and menstruation. Promotes menstruation, like we said, it was an ememagogue. Yes, Diana?
I have a question. Why is it sometimes referred to as vitex and sometimes chasteberry?
Because you just asked me before what's the scientific name.
Is the scientific name?
The scientific name is vitex, and chasteberry is like how you call it, local name. Is that the word? Local, Susie? You're good with words.
Local?
Not local.
Colloquial, yeah.
Colloquial. I knew I didn't say it right. Colloquial. So Hippocrates, who's like, he was later, like only 1,500 years ago.
Hypocritical.
I don't know if it's connected, but a lot of people that do herbs, they call themselves something like in the name of him. He said, if blood flows from the womb, let the woman drink dark wine in which the leaves of vitex have been steeped. So that's another way you can extract. Herbs. You can make in wine. You could make vitex wine. We're gonna get in January, B'ezrat Hashem, a couple with a son that are converting. They're already amazing people, and they're already converted conservative. But she is like a really professional herbalist, and she wants to grow different herbs. And she's like, I'm just like an amateur herbalist, but like she's really.
Where does she live right now?
She in Texas. Where in Texas? I forget the name.
Houston.
No, not Houston. None of the regular names.
Oh, Plano.
No, none of those. You're from Texas?
No, I just met a summer.
Okay, so I don't remember exactly where she's from, but January in 2 months about, hopefully. I look forward. She's going to be a pal for me. She's like closer to my age. Anyway, it's known, regularize monthly period and treat amenorrhea and dysmenorrhea. What is that? The nurses. No, amenorrhea is not having your period.
Dysmenorrhea is pain.
Yeah,
Dysmenorrhea is dysfunction of the menstruum. Menstruum. There could be pain, it could be all those things. This is like dysfunction. 3, 4, and 5. We're learning now a little Torah that's connected. That's also connected to what we learned yesterday. Text number 3, CZ read yesterday, so we're going to skip reading that. But that was the curse of the woman. And now we're focusing not so much about the husband shall rule over you, which we did yesterday. Now we're focusing, I will multiply the pain of your childbearing. That's pregnancy. And in sorrow you shall bring forth children, that's birth. But in text number 4, you see, this sentence includes 10 curses, sadly. Because it says, first it says in Hebrew, harbe arbe, so that's already 2 curses. These are the 2 drops of blood. One of the blood of menstruation, which some people call, I have the curse. I would never say that, but, because I think it's great to be a healthy woman, that the system works healthy. But of course, it's like uncomfortable and, yes, what do you want to say, Rachel?
No, I just was gonna say, like, a lot of women, like, they make birth, like a spiritual thing, or like it's beautiful, or like what you're saying, like it is like a very good thing to have your period. But if it was intended to be a curse, is it like right of us that we're like kind of like enjoying it? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think
like,
that's okay. Whatever Hashem made, we should we should accept it b'simcha. Okay, but I think it is nice. They used to do maybe they do that in India. Maybe you know, like when a girl would get her first period, that would be like a little celebration.
No, we didn't.
You don't do, but in some places in the old time. What you heard of?
Some places they do.
In India.
In India.
I try to do it, even if it's not the tradition. When I got my period the first time, I told my parents, I said, Ma, I think you should buy me a present. I announced it to all my cousins. I was very excited.
Yeah.
I called my dad. I was very excited.
I was feeling shy.
So
I
shy.
still
Yeah,
feel
so shy.
And I taught my sisters. I'm the oldest girl.
I even throw my underwear also.
Yeah, it was scary.
I try.
No,
I,
What did you say, Malun?
I feel so shy when I first got my periods. I even throw my underwear, everything also.
And your mom didn't talk to you about it?
I didn't tell her.
But she didn't prepare you for it?
No.
I didn't have any girls, but if I had, I would surely talk to them when they were like nine years old. It's just today girls get their period earlier. You know why?
What?
Girls get their period earlier. It used to be like 11.
Oh, I get like in 13, 14.
Yeah.
That's very late.
Yeah, me too.
Well, that's really late. But now it's in our time, but it's fine. Don't worry about it. It doesn't matter. I'm just saying it doesn't matter. But how in general women get it earlier, girls, because there's a lot of like engineered food with things that have more estrogen, things like that. So that's not so good. It's better to get around bat mitzvah age. That's why the bat mitzvah age is 12. That's like synchronized with when, in general, average, when a girl becomes a woman. And it is exciting because you can now become a mom, you know. Anyway, but it is also a curse. It would be before that, Adam and Chava could have children beforehand without, you know, Hashem could make it in a different way, without period. And so now I want to just teach you a little bit about the family purity law. It's just a tiny drop of it in text number 5 and 6. So you see in text number 5, like from the Torah, this is from the Torah. It's all in the same chapter 15 in Vayikra. So it says from the Torah in text number 5, how long should a woman be a nida? What's a nida? Rachel, you can answer it.
She's bleeding, or yeah.
But nida literally means she's like separated.
Separated from
Yeah, because when she's bleeding, she has to separate from her husband, separate the beds,
Like for
and not in another house. Like some cultures had women live in another house during her period. That's not a Jewish thing. But she separates the bed. She doesn't, there's no touching at all. No even handing from hand to hand. If when I was Anita and I want to give my husband this cup, I put it down in front of him and he picks it up. It became a little difficult when you had a baby and you want to hand the baby.
Put the baby down.
So we have like a little baby chair. So we would try to do that. Put in a chair and the husband pick up like a little like baby bouncer.
But they can talk each other, right?
Yes, talk, yes. It's a time for husband and wife to develop the other part of the relationship that is not the physical part, that is more like, this emotional and intellectual and, another more platonic part of the relationship. There's two parts to a husband and wife. There's the passionate, and then there's also like sister and brother. That should also be, your husband should also be your best friend. So anyway, so from the Torah, based on text number 5, how long would a woman be Anita? Only separated physically. 7 days. And then, so in other words, she would, when she had a period, when the period started, she would count 7 days, then she would go to the mikveh.
But she needs to check first.
5 days also. But you're saying.
But no, but that's how it is from the Torah. I'm going to explain what it's different now. You're right. She would count 7 days, and it would be from the Torah only 7 days. But this is not what we hold. Don't write it down. I'm just teaching you because I said it's important to know what the different categories are. So now if you look at text number 6, it's different. And here it says, Ve'im tahara mizova, if she became pure from her discharge, which is literally flowing of blood, she shall count for herself 7 days. And after this, she may be purified, which is like going to the mikvah. So here, what is it saying here? Different than the first one, than text 5. Text 5, she's just Nida for 7 days, that's it.
After the discharge finish, she will count from that.
And that's what we do today. And we say 5 days minimum for the period. That's the average anyway of period, including spotting. Because she has to check herself. 5 days for that, and 7 clean days that she checks herself and makes sure, like she has to check herself only in the 7 clean days, not during the 5 days of the period. Then she's expected to bleed. And so she checks herself. In the 7 days, you have 7 clean days, she goes to the mikvah. So it's a little bit harder for a woman and for a man. So how many days does she have to separate a month during her?
2 weeks.
Not 2 weeks.
Like
Be exact. 12 days. That's not 14 days.
Okay, so
But it's a lot.
Yeah.
But keep in mind when you get pregnant, that then it won't be like that.
so comfortable that
But it is a hard thing.
sleep together for the whole year.
You can sleep in the same room. It's
It's more exciting.
12.
Just two separate.
Yeah, you have to separate the beds. I learned you separate the beds this much, an amma, which so that when you sleep and your hand is reaching, you won't like touch your husband by mistake in your sleep. So that's what I learned. But there are some people who are more lenient. You let me know what you learn, okay, about this, because there are different opinions. But I really like what I learned. I think that makes sense. What?
No, only during Anita.
Only during Nida. So okay, I'm really digressing. I don't want to digress more. Okay, but now I have so much to say about all this. But now I'm going on. What's the difference between text number 6, 5, and 6? Text number 6 is written for the Zova from the Torah. A Zova is a woman who doesn't have a regular period or who bleeds more than a regular period or who bleeds in unexpected times. So that's the law for that woman. So the rabbis decided that all women today have to keep the laws of a Zova because a lot of women today don't have such regular periods and so
It was so regular back then.
what? Back then in Torah time, maybe it'll return to that. It will just be 7 days. Be a lot easier. it does seem like a lot, 12 days. But that's what it is now. The rabbis decreed the restricted every woman must hold like a zava. That means that literally a flower, that too much to bleeds more than expected or at unexpected times. It used to be a woman would be regular every 28th day, like a clock. And today, very few women are like that. Very few. Okay, and now just text number 7, we see that it's very serious to have intercourse with a nida, and it's serious for the woman who is a nida to have intercourse during that time. It is the worst of all the punishment. That spiritual incision cut off from the midst of the people. That's a karet. So, what does that mean? If a woman if they're together when she's nida, when is she nida? From when to when? Today. From when she goes to the mikvah after counting her 7 clean days, after 5 and 7. Only after she goes to the mikvah. Not like she's clean now, she doesn't have a period. No, she's still nida. It didn't say while she's bleeding. Until she purified herself in the mikvah.
On the 7th day, she'll go to the mikvah.
On the 7th clean day, whatever day you started the 7th clean day, the same day the next week, at night.
At night.
Yes.
Not the daytime.
No, women, because of shyness, go at night except if you're a kala. If you are a bride, you can go in the day, because everybody knows you have to go to mikvah before you get married. So it's not something you're quiet about.
Some people do mikvah parties.
Is it also correct
Yes.
if you're not married?
Yes. It's
Like,
very
I'm
serious.
saying obviously that's also
Yes.
not good because you're not married.
This is why
Like,
that's also correct. Anyone who it didn't say anything about married or not married. It just says one man and one woman.
but is it counted as nida if she's not married?
Yes, of course.
Like there's something called nida still?
So we're
Yeah.
all considered needed.
Yes,
before
that's
we're
why
married.
you don't touch. You do shoma negia. I hope you do that.
What? I mean, of course
Shoma
not.
negia, you know it?
No.
That means that you don't touch a man. Except if you.
It's called a nida.
That's because
Because we're always
when
lesbians.
everybody's a nida, that's single, unless you just converted and you didn't get your period yet. That you're not nida that one day or 2 days or until the next period. Okay, okay, there's something in text number 8 from Rabbi Nachman that if too much bleeding and not a regular period, it's not good to drink wine for that, but regular wine, but the healing is through a wine that a tzaddik has looked at. Remember I taught you in some class that when you look at something, it's not just passive, you affect the thing you look at. Okay, that's Rabbi Nachman.
Wine from the tish, like Rabbi's tish's people drink.
Because
But I'm still stuck on this other thing. The reason why nida, like people do nida, is because they don't want to touch their husband because they're impure, so they don't want to impurify him. So nowadays, if I touch the man by mistake, even whatever.
it's not just because of that. There's other reasons, but
But I'm saying
then I
this
have
is
to
the
end the
reason-
class. So I want to end with like the name. You can read yourself the folk medicine, and we talked a lot about it. And there's a lot of studies done that shows that. It also treats infertility, by the way, that I didn't say, which is important. But you should not take it while you're pregnant. Until the 3rd month, it's safe. After the 3rd month, it's not safe because it could start the milk too early. You don't want to start having milk when you're 4 months pregnant. Okay, so, and now I want to talk about the name, even though that part I didn't prepare today. And that precautions, no side effects. But still use it with caution for those that are weak or anemic. Minor gastrointestinal upsets and mild skin rash with itching has been reported in less than 2% of women that took Vitex. So it's not very common. That's not a lot, but just in case you take it a lot and then notice that, so maybe take a break. Okay, so now, why is it called the Avraham plant? So that's what I want to end with. And so we see that Avraham, it says in the Tanakh, in text number 12, he found this ram that it was intertwined its horns in this bush, and he offered that ram instead of Yitzchak. So, as you see in text number 11, that bush is the Avraham bush. They call it the Avraham bush. That's what a lot of people want to say, but I want to show you that it's not true, but I hope I can explain it. First of all, it's not true because it was a thorny bush. This one has no thorns. So you cannot, it's not the kind of plant you would expect an animal, even a longhorned one, to get caught in. So why is it called, and what's the connection between ches tree and the story of Abraham? So basically, it's a confusion of language. So in Latin, castos means chaste, but in Greek, agnos means chaste. So agnos in Latin also means lamb. So it's confusing. So you take the word agnos. So in Latin, let me do Latin and Greek, okay? In Greek, it means, what did I just say? I don't want to, in Greek it means chaste, because castus means in Latin chaste, right? So it means chaste, and in Latin it means lamb, okay? So what happened? The early Christian pilgrims to the Holy Land, so they saw that, and it was called agnos in Greek, and they called it agnos because there has that ability to suppress sexual desire, so they call it chaste. But they said, oh, they spoke Latin. Those are the Roman, all those like Catholic pilgrims. So they said, oh, this must be what? The lamb tree. The lamb tree. And being Christian pilgrims eager to identify whatever they saw in the Holy Land with some episode described in the Bible, they took this lamb, which they said Yitzchak and Isaac was called like the pure lamb in their religion. I don't know about it, but that's apparently. So they said, oh, this is the Lamb of God. You know, this is instead of Isaac's. So that's how we arrive at the tree of the pure lamb, Vitis Agnes Castus, when they call it the Avraham bush, because it was based on an old Christian legend stemming from an ignorance of Greek, because they did not know that Greek means chaste, so they thought it means lamb, so they thought it's Isaac who is like called the pure lamb. Have you heard that in Christianity?
I don't know.
Okay, but in any case, that's what they call it. That's what they call it.
In your Bible classes.
Yitzchak was called the Lamb of God. So that's why they call it, and also in Hebrew it's called Siach Avraham Avinu. But it's nothing, it's obviously not that, it's not that plant that the ram had stuck, that the horns of the lamb are stuck in it. And when you go to the end of Caravan 2 and you see in between 2 and 3, it's growing, you'll see, and you see here, there's absolutely no thorns. No animal can be stuck in it. So, so that's it. I ended in time. That was very hard. Okay. Thank you very much. Be very well. All the best.
Thank you.
One thing I will say about this plan, it made me feel a lot better.
You're feeling already
I
better?
feel a lot better.
Wow, even you heard that? The student that asked me about what to do for period cramps, she feels a lot better.
Amazing.
Okay. From drinking that very weak tea.
Every day.
This is the first time I've had it.
Okay, so I'm ending now.
And now I don't have pain.
Well, that